Michael Brown's death and the unrest that followed changed policing across the country forever. 10 years later, the Ferguson Police Department is a very different organization. Only 4 officers who patrolled the community at that time are still on the job. Laura Barczewski spoke with those guiding the department forward.
When the shooting happened, that delayed my start day. So I actually started 15 days afterwards, 15 days after the shooting.
Sergeant Jill Grunwald was immediately thrown into the fire, working 12 hours on, 12 off for months in a community filled with pain.
We were missing our families, and then just everything that surrounded the riots in the meantime was hard, but it was also eye-opening at the same time.
Many rallies for justice turned into riots.
You're looking around at just shells of buildings, shells of property, and these people, that's all they had, and we felt helpless. We understood the community's pain, certainly, but at the same time, what we were having a hard time understanding was why victimize the same community that's already in pain.
Since 2014, Grunwald has reported to 8 different chiefs, including Police Chief Troy Doyle, who took over last year. He was a St. Louis County officer when the unrest radiated through the community.
And I understood both sides of what was going on. I grew up in North County. I experienced it. I got the trophy for it. I got pulled over 100 times, so I know what it feels like.
How do you feel you were viewed at the time as an officer by the community?
The devil. The absolute devil. They didn't know my heart, though. You know, they didn't know the way that I was raised, and we were all lumped into one category.
How did policing change specifically here in Ferguson after all of the unrest and Michael Brown's death?
Many police departments went to body-worn cameras and things of that nature. We all went through de-escalation type of training, so it changed the dynamics in law enforcement on how, not only how we patrol our communities, but how we view our communities as a whole.
10 years later, facts show the department is a different place.
Our police department is 50% African American now. In 2014, we had maybe 3 African Americans on this police department. We have way more female police officers now than we ever had in the past. Our uniforms are different. Our police cars are different. We have changed the culture here in the police department.
That change came after a 130-page federally mandated consent decree. It called for mediation to address the community's distrust of the police department.
It's confidential between them and us, and they just get to talk freely with us what their issues are, and we just speak frankly with them.
Community Mediation Services of St. Louis took on the task. Angela Lawson chairs the board.
As an African-American woman, was hard to see, hard to hear, and an outlet is needed.
That outlet became small group mediation. It's led 10 different sessions between police and the community.
It has helped develop the relationship between the officers and the community. So the officers are not looked at as being anti-Ferguson, anti-community, but they're to support the community.
A community they love and continue to serve no matter what.
I still think it's important that we continue to have these conversations. That's the only way we continue to heal and we get better.
And we've learned a lot over these last 10 years, and I see the difference just even where I came from. And if it wasn't for everything that happened, we wouldn't be where we are.
I'm Laura Barczewski, 5 on your side.